the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
What's going on? Thursday is the new Friday. Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio. Let's jam out for just a second. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, it's college football is live right now. I'm watching behind the screens here. South Florida leads number 25 Boise State. Okay, we have a kind of a full slate tonight. I'll bring up the graphic here. Oh no, we don't want just top 25 bastards. We're gonna do our every Thursday during football season on Beck's Banter is gonna be build a parlay on my bookie. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna place the bet. I'm gonna actually place the bet. So that's what we got going on. We have major headlines. Micah Parsons getting traded from the Cowboys. Can you believe it? But before we get into all that, this is Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio, the hottest new radio station on the planet. We have talk shows featuring sports, politics, mental health, movies, and more. We have more people coming. So I'm very excited about this radio station. I'm very excited to be on it. And one more time, I'm very excited to be watching college football live. The graphic finally came up. Rutgers and Ohio U in a absolute scoring fest right now. They're halfway through the second quarter. Rutgers leads Ohio U 17-14. I'm watching the South Florida Boise State game because I thought this was a trap game. And you know what? South Florida's leading Boise State. Boise State's the ranked team 10-7. I thought it was a trap game, and I'm kind of right so far. Now, every Thursday during football season, we're going to do on this show what's called a Build a Parlay. And it's sponsored by MyBookie. If you don't know how to spell that, it's MYBOOKIE.AG. Promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces. If you didn't listen to my show Monday, I did a parlay last weekend for week 0 in college football, and I won. Now, I'm not a big spender, okay? I spent $2 last week and won 16. But for you big dollar people, I was going to say fellas, but women bet too. $2 to win 16. That's 20 to win 160. That's 200 to win 1,600. I'm telling you, I have a pretty good track record. I may or may not be the gamble guy from 12 Ounce Sports, where I had a 75% win percentage last year, and all I do is parlays. So stick with me, kid. But before we get into the show, I just want to say we're streaming live on Streama, Simple Radio, radio.net. I don't know what Radio FM's problem is, but we're waiting on them. We're going to be on TuneIn Radio in September, and you can hear the replays on Spotify or the 12 Ounce Sports YouTube, which is 120OZ Sports. And also, you can find all this information, listen to us live on our website, NA for North American talkradio.com or .us. Now, the big news broke literally an hour and a half, literally like 90 minutes before the show. Micah Parsons has been he's been traded to the Packers. Now, one of our social media guys tweeted out because Adam Schefter must have been excited because he said Micah Packers has been traded to the Green Bay Parsons. I don't have my sound bites up. Oh, I forgot. I wanted the laugh track for that. But this has been kind of the ongoing story in the offseason that Micah Parsons had a problem with the Cowboys. There you go. I had to bring it up. And we all know Jerry Jones is kind of an asshole, right? We can cuss on Thursday. Thursday's the new Friday. But Micah was not happy with the with the Cowboys. I'm all over the map right now. I'm trying to search and do all this. So he was holding out. Jerry Jones was being very public about it. And it turns out Parsons got traded. So they traded him to the Packers. 4-year, $188 million contract. Holy cow. That's a lot of money. And I want to see $136 million guaranteed. Wow. That's big money. Like, now, I thought Twitter was better at searching. Let's see the latest. Because I wanted to see what the Cowboys got in return. And it's not clear, really. So, Micah Parsons heading to Green Bay. Good for the Packers. The Packers have been kind of making some moves, trying to get things working out. But they did get a couple draft picks, the Cowboys, in return. But I know a lot of people were kind of stunned that the Cowboys almost just caved and said, take this guy. Because he was not happy in Dallas. And we're not sure he was going to play. But that's the big news right there. It literally broke right before the show. And you'll never see Micah Parsons in a Cowboys jersey again. As long as, Jerry Jones is owner. I don't think he likes Jerry Jones. I think that's the real problem. I don't think he's a big fan of Jerry Jones. Not a lot of people are. And now you're going to see one of the best defenders in football playing for the Packers. Now, this is kind of a weird non sequitur, but when the Browns left the NFL for a while, we learned in Northeast Ohio that Green Bay had an odd number of Browns backers bars that all converted to Packers fans. So I'm kind of a closet Packers fan. And when I was married, and I'm not married now, she was a Packers fan. So, I'm maybe I'll root for them again. I don't know. We'll see. But that was the big breaking news. Okay? So there we go. Right now, South Florida is looking pretty good. We're nearing halftime. And they're kind of stifling Boise State. It's 10-7 South Florida. I'm watching it live in the studio. And there's 44 seconds till half. And Boise State's offense cannot move the ball. So college football is in full swing. And I love it. Because we already have a ranked team that looks like they're going to be on the ropes all night. Now, if you want to chime in on this show, Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio. I air live Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Except for last night, I was a replay because a beautiful Irish lass, wanted to go to dinner with me. So I went, and it was awesome. But normally Monday through Thursday, this is live. Boise State with a big completion down to their 40. You can chime in, 330-800-4219, and you're welcome to text that or call that. Now, I don't have a staff, okay? So I don't have a call screener. If you call, I'm answering. Depending on how the call goes, I may hang up on you immediately. But if you're funny, even if you're aggressive, I'm just saying, if you're a telemarketer, I'll probably hang up. But you can text it too, 330-800-4219. And we have fun on this show. I don't take myself seriously. It's a radio show. I mean, radio's big. North American Talk Radio's big. We love our station. But I'm not going to take it too seriously. We just have a good time. And tonight is the debut of Build a Parlay. We're going to do it every Thursday during football season. I'm 1 for 1 on parlays, but we didn't do it last Thursday because it was week 0, and we like to be official. So we're going to do it in week 1. So Build a Parlay is coming up in about, if you need to go do something, you got a honey-do list. If you want to know, Build a Parlay is in about 30 minutes. You don't want to miss it because I'm looking right now. I'm cheating a little bit. I have some data up, and I'm looking at the Saturday matches. I don't do Thursday, Friday on Build a Parlay. I do Thursday only. And I'm looking at some of the public money and who's betting on what. I like looking at the public money, and then I'll drill down on a game. So just for instance, I'm looking at the Northwestern Tulane game, right? Excuse me. And hopefully you don't hear me breathing too loud. I have a couple of drinks in me. It's Thursday's the new Friday, and Monday's a holiday. So in the Northwestern Tulane game, not only do I have where the money's going, 52% of the money is on Tulane, 67% of the bets are on Tulane. This is what I'm going to bring to you every Thursday because I pay for the account. But Northwestern's plus 6.5, so I'm looking at the public money. So I see the public sentiment, right? We don't have data this year, but we have data of these teams. And I know, Northwestern's gone over 4 of their last 5. Again, it's last year. Tulane's gone over 3 of their last 5. So when I go back up and I look, the over-under is 45.5. I mean, that's 21-24, puts you right at the line. 24-21. That's the kind of insight we're going to bring you on this show. I'm not saying that's one of the games. I'm just saying that's the kind of insight we're going to bring to you. So I'm getting excited for the last segment, the Build a Parlay. And I have no idea and I'm going to do it live on MyBookie, which is the network sponsor. MyBookie.ag, promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces. Deposit bonus up to $1,000. I'm going to make these bets live on the air, tell you the payout, and we're going to go from there. And I won last week. I bet $2 and won 16. Sounds funny to you. You might be laughing. But I won $14 for basically sitting in a chair. So, and you can quantify that, right? All right, so Micah Parsons got traded to the Packers. That was big news. The other big news that broke, I talked about this story last night. Rajah Jackson snapped in the ring. No-name wrestling, fake wrestling, a fledgling wrestling group trying to get a name for themselves. So they had Rampage Jackson's son on, and he snapped and tried to kill somebody, and a bunch of people had to intervene. Well, the good news is that pro wrestler Psycho Stu, I'm hoping that's not his God-given name, he's awake, he's regained consciousness, and he's in the hospital recovering. There was a big picture. It feels good to see that, okay, he's going to recover. That's good. But that was a big news story this week. Rampage Jackson's son had lost his mind a little bit. Just a little bit of a mental breakdown. I saw Dave Portnoy is calling ESPN Barstool Jr. So earlier this week we talked about, could Ohio State ban Dave Portnoy from the studio? Or I'm sorry, from the stadium post-game show. And we were talking about how conceited he is, how obnoxious he is. Seriously, this guy, I used to like him too. I love the Barstool story. I love the fact that he started from nothing and he's like a household name now. But this guy is just so skeevy. He's skeevy. And ESPN has picked up Bussin' with the Boys. Taylor Lewin and Will Compton are going to have a show on ESPN. They had a falling out with Dave Portnoy on Barstool Sports. Barstool underestimated these guys, especially Will Compton. And now they have a show on the ESPN platforms. And Portnoy, who has to make everything about himself because he is the epitome of a narcissist, right? Everything has to be about him, has now called ESPN officially Barstool Jr. I've got news for you, Dave. Okay? Your shitty little bowl game that you guys sponsor, right? That has Utah State playing Nevada. Nobody cares. You're never going to eclipse ESPN. These are guys you fired because you are such a narcissist that you couldn't stand anybody going against your opinion, right? Because Will Compton would challenge Dave all the time. You couldn't stand it. You got rid of them. ESPN picks them up. And in your egotistic brain, you think that makes ESPN Barstool Jr. I'm not watching right now Boise State play on Barstool. I'm watching them on ESPN. I watched tennis earlier on ESPN. They are the gold standard. And I'm sorry you didn't see Will Compton's potential, or you can't stand when people go against you. That was the whole rage this week. That, the fake news about Ohio State banning him from Ohio Stadium, which wasn't real, and all the Barstool people, everybody called them bootlickers and ass kissers, couldn't rush to Twitter and Facebook fast enough to kiss Dave's ass. He can't stand one person going against him. That was the big news. So good for Taylor Lewin and Will Compton for getting a show on ESPN. But Dave, I hate to break it to you, you're not ESPN. You never will be. Right? You never will be. So Taylor Lewin laughed at Dave's post, and some fanboy of Barstool said, "Are you laughing at yourself being a sellout and ESPN is the CNN of sports?" Dude, no, they're the actual. I've tried to hate ESPN before, but I'm thinking, where else do I watch sports? Literally all day today, I watch sports on ESPN. Love them or hate them for their social issues, that's where we watch sports. And Dave Portnoy just can't stand that anybody's more important than him. I mean, this guy's gross, honestly. Dave Portnoy, absolutely gross. Whew! I need a breather. We're off and running. I'm a couple vodka tonics deep. I have a Guinness Drought in front of me. I'm loving it. We're going to talk Medvedev smashing his racket and Colorado weed when we come back. It's Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio. I love this show. I love this radio station. We're going to talk about 12 Live, another radio station. We have a top 20 volleyball matchup this weekend. And don't forget the last segment, about 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do our build a parlay. But I have like 6 more topics to go before we build our parlay. And you're going to hear me in real time build that parlay with actual data. It's exciting. It's very exciting, and I do it every Thursday. So we'll be right back. Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio every Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you tuning in. Give me 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, fancy meeting you here. Oh, North American Talk Radio, it's Beck's Banter live, Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to chime in, you can text or call the show, 330-800-4219, or our website has a chat function right under the radio player, but you do have to create a fan profile. It's free. You won't get inundated with emails. Don't worry about it. Deion Medvedev. So it's funny that he came up today, right? Because Daddy had a little date last night. This beautiful, absolutely stunning, gorgeous Irish lass. I don't know why she's hanging out with me, but I'm not going to complain. Okay? I'm not. There's divine intervention. But she's hanging out with me, and we got in this long tennis talk. She's a big tennis fan. We're both Novak Djokovic fans. And we were talking about Daniil Medvedev because 2 years ago I was at the Cincinnati tournament. I was like within arm's length of him when he would go back to use the towel. Well, he had a first-round loss at the U.S. Open. You can see his lady walking out of the stadium disappointed. He completely annihilated his racket in a tirade, and he got fined by the ATP. It's like, what are you proving? You've ruined your equipment. Okay, you sucked. You lost. You're still one of the top tennis players in the world. I just don't get this behavior where you're destroying your own equipment. I get it. These pros don't have to pay for it. The sponsors or the equipment supplier gives them their rackets for free. But it seems childish. And I was telling this lady last night during my date, like even 2 years ago, I felt like he was maybe having some kind of mental breakdown. And then today, he smashes his racket. So maybe I'm on to something. Maybe my Cornell counseling training has panned out. Because I spotted something with him. It seems like he's having a little bit of a mental break. But I never understood, I guess I have the explanation. I never understood why pro athletes destroy their equipment, but now I guess I get it. I talked my way through it. They don't have to pay for the equipment. They don't care, right? They didn't pay for it. Why not destroy it? I guess we got our answer. Moving on. Colorado weed. Okay. Oh, you Coloradans. First ones to adopt a legal weed system. I remember getting my business degree at Purdue, and I did a paper on, the initial repercussions, financial fallout. I don't mean to use negative terms. I mean, there was some positive, right? The government got some revenue from it. But I did see that the healthcare system saw an influx of cost due to legalized weed in Colorado. They were actually in the red the first couple years in Colorado by legalizing weed, believe it or not. The state actually lost money when you offset the tax revenue versus the heightened or increased healthcare costs. So, for all you people, you proponents for legalizing it, I mean, I think they're in the black now. I don't want to speak out of school. I think they've figured it out in Colorado, but initially they were losing money by legalizing it. Well, Deion Sanders was being interviewed, and he said this here.
Is there anything about Folsom, about this stadium that surprised you, that you didn't expect?
Yeah. The smell of weed in the second quarter, it surprised the heck out of me. Like, every game, I'm like, dang, like, it seems like it's like a light-up quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is this the quarter that y'all chose? Like, I'm serious, it's a TV timeout. It never fails, and I'm like, wow. What's going on? Because, I've never been high a day in my life, so that's kind of new to me.
That's a Boulder essential, I guess.
First of all, I fail to believe that Deion's never been high, but maybe he's being honest. He was a preacher, I think, for a while. Maybe he's never been high. But apparently, according to Coach Sanders, every game in Colorado during the second quarter, all you can smell is weed. Okay, so somebody responded, let's act like they actually had fans a couple years ago. No, well, they've had fans since Deion came along, so that's a stupid comment. I want to see some other comments. And he was like, I love it. Yes, he did say that. Ghosty at Yellowfin Killer, which I think is a fishing term, said he's never been high a day in his life. That speaks volumes. And yes, I questioned that, but maybe he's telling the truth. Again, he's very religious. Maybe he never has been. No off-season sports. At no_offseason1 on Twitter said, nothing like the smell of weed in the second quarter. So there you go. Colorado, Buffalo's football. If you go to a game, get ready for a contact buzz during the second quarter. Brace yourselves. Now, we had a major upset, and you Americans, you filthy Americans. Just kidding, I'm one of them. The biggest of upsets, Grimsby Town eliminated Manchester United from the Carabao Cup. I don't know how you say that. This was the call.
Guemo hasn't been under that pressure yet, but now he is. He has to score, remember. Listen to the noise from the Grimsby fans. And Guemo! Crossbar! Grimsby have beaten Manchester United in the most dramatic circumstances. It is Blundell Park, Bedlam. Christy Pibb is in goal.
So the fans are charging I would love this more if I wasn't a Manchester United fan, but this is like a Division III college beating a top 25 Division I school in football. This is absolutely insane. The added element to this is, let's say, okay, Boise's losing right now at halftime, okay? Let me pull up the scores. Boise's losing at halftime to South Florida at South Florida. Let's imagine Boise State was playing Marietta, a Division III school, with a stadium that holds about 3,000 people. Let's say Boise was playing at Marietta and lost in the playoffs. Playoffs? That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. A tiny little team with zero budget. This is bigger than Welcome to Wrexham. Wrexham's a huge team versus Grimsby Town. And Manchester United is the Yankees of soccer in Europe, and this happened.
Guemo hasn't been under that pressure yet, but now he is. He has to score, remember. Listen to the noise.
To set the scene real quick, Grimsby Town was winning 2-0. Manchester United came back to tie it. Now they're in penalty kicks. Down to the last penalty kick for Manchester United. And if he misses it, it's done. If he makes it, they continue penalty kicks.
The Grimsby fans. And Guemo off the crossbar! Grimsby have beaten Manchester United.
And it's so funny to see how small the stadium is. The fans drunk off their ass. I mean, I love it. This is why I love... People say, why do you love soccer? Dude, do you pay attention? It's the greatest theater. I mean, you have tiny little teams that have no business playing these mega teams, and they win sometimes. It's absolutely electric. By the way, Bowling Green leads Lafayette 10-0 in the second. Rutgers leads Ohio U 31-14, but Ohio U's driving right before half, 16 seconds to go. Central Florida, Jacksonville State, coincidentally, almost the end of the first quarter, no score. Akron, Wyoming, no score in the first, almost the end of the first. Akron was like the worst team in football last year. Duke and Elon just kicked off, not Musk, the college. And North Carolina State leads East Carolina 3-0 late in the first. So there you go. College football is hot and heavy right now. You know what else is hot and heavy? And I said it on this show, and nobody listened to me. I said tennis needs more fighting, right? We had a men's scuffle in Toronto. today we had a women's scuffle with Taylor Townsend and Jelena Ostapenko. And you know what? Jelena Ostapenko, you know what, right? Because Taylor's the American. She's an African American. And this foreigner told her, you have no class and no education. And then she had to backtrack in the press conference saying it wasn't a racist comment. Well, what made you think to say that then? What made you think to say that? I want to know. Because you don't know her. And you know what? Taylor's got a winning record against you. Now, the problem is, and this is where it gets a little funny, and I got to scroll to Michael Carvelis from North American Talk Radio sent me the soundbite. Taylor was a little heated, right? No, that's not the one. Taylor was a little heated and kind of lost track of her geography. I hope I can find it. But, this foreigner says to an African-American tennis player, hold on, let's see if we can find it. I mean, that's not, oh, okay, it's in this soundbite. Hold on. You got to scroll.
Start to finish, we'll get to it all. Can you fill us in on the conversation you were having with Jelena out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's competition. People get upset when they lose, and you can't. Some people say bad things. She told me I have no class, I have no education, and to see what happens when we get outside the U.S. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I beat her in Canada outside the U.S. I beat her in New York outside the U.S. So let's see what else she has to say.
Okay, that's where she lost fans. And God bless her. She was worked up. She had a foreigner basically make a racist. I think it's racist. I don't know if you agree with me or not. You can text or call the show 330-800-4219. But I don't know how you say you have no class, no education to a person you don't know that happens to be a minority and say you didn't mean it was racist. But Taylor was worked up. I give her, I'm going to give her a benefit of the doubt. But apparently Jelena Ostapenko said, you've never beat me outside the U.S. And Taylor got worked up and said, I beat you in Canada. That's outside the U.S. I beat you in New York. That's not outside the U.S., Taylor. It's okay. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I know. Your adrenaline was high. I get it. I've been in your shoes before. You get all worked up and you forget what you're saying. So I get it. What I get is I'm 7 minutes past the break, but it's okay. It's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want. Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio. We're going to talk Bills, New Jersey. Syracuse coach is cool. It's going to be a really short segment when we come back, and then we're going to take another short break, and then we're going to build a parlay together. So if you're listening, you need to chime in. I want your bets. Okay? I want your bets. I'm going to emphasize it one more time. I want your bets. All right? Beck's Banner, live, North American Talk Radio. I'll be back in 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, suka, it's Thursday. Thursday's new Friday. This is Beck's Banter Live on North American Talk Radio. I hope I find you doing well on a Thursday evening. Thursday's the new Friday. I hope you're having a good time. It's Labor Day weekend, or if you're a Dave Matthews fan, it's Labor Dave weekend. Deion Sanders. We just talked about him, but he has a revolutionary idea. Pay players who reach the college football playoff. He said, now we have equality. He wants to, pay the players that make the tournament. Pay them more when their teams win. So kind of disperse the funds if your team makes the playoffs. And, every year we have 12 teams for now. If the Big Ten, SEC have their way, we'll have 24, 28, whatever. But he's saying some of those proceeds should go to the players. That's added revenue, right? And he cites, and he's kind of teaming up with Nick Saban, he cites how the NFL spreads the wealth in their playoffs. The winners of the Super Bowl got $171,000 each last year. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that's, I think it's a good idea, right? How much extra money does the NCAA make from this big playoff? So it's, maybe a good idea. Another good idea, have you seen the Buffalo Bills' new white jerseys? They call it the cold front. All I'm going to say is go to Twitter or X or whatever the hell they call it, and go to @BuffaloBills, capitalize the B's, and look at these new sexy white jerseys. Unbelievable. And good for them. I do like a good jersey. I'm not going to lie to you. I do like a good jersey. Cool news here. Syracuse head coach Fran Brown, he's paying for his son's tuition so his son's scholarship money can go to another player. I mean, that deserves this right here. I don't think it's any secret that Fran Brown is a good dude, right? And he said
that kind of messed him up a little, but he just worked, right? When I was at Georgia, he sat there and he came to work with me in the summer. He worked here with us before he went back. His first year, my first year here, he worked with us all summer, and then he put the work in. So I'm blessed to have him here, right? But for me, it was better to have my son. Not saying that he can't be on scholarship, because he easily could be on scholarship, but it's easy for me to pay and then get another kid, right? Yeah.
That's a good dude right there. That's a good dude. And you know what? It makes me want to root for Syracuse. I know their backs are against the wall a little bit. They had Kyle McCord last year. They had a better year than normal. I'm going to root for Syracuse because of Fran Brown. That's just a genuine dude. That's a good dude. And he said, I can afford to pay my son's tuition. I'll give somebody else an opportunity. I mean, you don't get that. In this narcissistic, selfish society, you don't get a lot of Fran Browns. And you know what? I've become, tonight, August 28th, 2025, a huge Fran Brown fan. And I hope Syracuse does great. I hope you're doing great. I got to take one more break. I know this was a very short segment, but we're going to build a parlay on the backside of this. That's going to take some time. We have to talk through this, right? We can't just do this willy-nilly at all. We have to build through it. So if you're listening, please take my lead. Fran Brown is awesome. Take your team, and then your side chick should be Syracuse, okay? Side chick. Nobody needs a side chick. We'll be right back. Beck's Banter, North American Talk Radio. We're going to build a parlay in about 2 minutes.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, yeah. Beck's Banter live on North American Talk Radio, the hottest new radio station talking sports, mental health, movies, TV, politics, and more. Get into it. We love it. And you know what? It's gambling time. It's gambling time, which means we have to play the soundbite. It's time to make money. So we're looking in, and every Thursday on Beck's Banner during football season, we're going to build a parlay. Okay, but full disclosure, we're only doing Saturday games. And I'm going to give you some insight into these games. So the first one I want to focus on is Syracuse, Tennessee. So that was a strategic lead-in about the Syracuse coach, right? That you should root for the Syracuse coach. So we're going to go into this. All right, so the line is Tennessee minus 12.5. On my bookie, it's a little different, right? It's Tennessee minus 13.5, over-unders 51. On the betting platform, it's not even a betting platform. It's just an insider platform. It's down to 12.5. So that tells you something, right? The line's worked its way down by 1. So why, you might ask yourself, why did it work down 1? Well, we're going to scroll through. It's because, well, it doesn't make any sense because 60% of the money is on Tennessee and 62% of the bets are on Syracuse. But somehow it's worked its way down 1. So that tells me the money is going on Tennessee, but the odds makers are getting a little nervous about the line. Okay, so we're going to go into history because, and I'm not taking the line, by the way, full disclosure. I'm going to go ahead and make my bet on my bookie now. And yes, I'm actually making these bets, just so you know. I put my money where my mouth is. So I'm looking at their last 5 matchups, okay? And, of course, Tennessee got, blasted by Ohio State in the playoffs last year. Playoffs, but that went over. Their Vanderbilt game went over. Their UTEP game went over. Their Georgia game went over. Their Mississippi State was under, but the over-under was 61.5, right? This game, the over-under is 51. To put that in perspective, 28-21, another field goal at that point is the over. I see this game going over, is what I'm saying. And I know the argument typically is defense can adjust quicker than offense. But these teams aren't rolling into this game, not knowing how to run their offense. They've had spring games. They've scrimmaged left and right. When they say defense adjust easier than offense, I think there are, I played in 2 all-star games coming out of high school. I think that's the situation they're talking about. When you're in college, I played college football. Your offense is kind of firing on all cylinders once the season starts. So the over-under being at 51, I feel like that's a low over-under for these teams. Syracuse can put points up. And yeah, this is in Tennessee, but I'm going to put these things in perspective. 41-10. Even if you think Tennessee's going to roll Syracuse, 41-10 puts you right at the break-even point. But do you really think Syracuse is going to score at least 17? So what do you think Tennessee's going to score? 35-17 puts you the over. I'm going over 51. And I'm making that bet right there. All right, so we can ignore the public betting, 60% of the people betting on Tennessee. That's a no-brainer. And I know some of the so-called experts are calling for a Syracuse upset. Syracuse is not winning this game by any measure, right? They're replacing a quarterback in Kyle McCord. They have a mediocre defense. Tennessee, meanwhile, is an SEC team that made the playoffs. They ran into a buzzsaw that was called the Ohio State Buckeyes, but they haven't lost quality all of a sudden. I see Tennessee scoring 43 points, 42 points. That means Syracuse only needs 10 to put us the over. I think that's an easy one right there. I think the over-under is an easy one. And that's why I'm not betting the line. I'm not betting straight up. I'm taking the over 51. Tennessee, Syracuse, over 51. Now, let's go to our next one. Now, I'm very tempted to bet on the Ohio State or Purdue game, but because there's a large amount of money going on Ball State against Purdue with the line, but I have a rule. I don't bet on my teams, right? Lifelong Buckeyes fan, Purdue graduate, but I don't bet on my teams. But if you want to know, Ohio State, Texas, Ohio State is now the favorite by 1. I don't know if that surprises you or not. By the way, South Florida just went up 17-7 on Boise State, folks. Number 25 in the nation. The next game I actually want to take is Tulane Northwestern. Okay? Here's the thing. Northwestern sucks. And the line's only by 7, 6.5 to be exact. Tulane -7. Tulane, late into the season last year, was mentioned as a possible sleeper to sneak into the playoff, but they had a dismal ending to their season, right? They lost to Memphis, they lost to Army, but early on in the season they gave Ole Miss all they could handle. Meanwhile, Northwestern, smart fellas, they got rickrolled by Iowa. They beat Purdue, but my Boilermakers sucked last year. They got rolled by OSU. They got rolled by Michigan. They got rolled by Illinois. This is kind of a sneaky game, but I like Tulane. And you know what? 67% of the bets are going towards Tulane and 52% of the money. And you might say, well, Mr. Beck, what's the line? Tulane's only giving up 4.5. I'm taking that. I'm taking a -4. This is on my bookie, by the way. The Insider Edition, it's 6.5. On my bookie, you get a better line, 4.5. So I have Syracuse, Tennessee over 51. I have Tulane -4.5 against Northwestern. I'm already at +260. Right? I'm already at +260. I'm in big money now. All right, let's pick one more on our build a parlay. I have an interesting one. Oh, I'm tempted to take Nebraska Cincinnati because 80% of the money's going on Nebraska, -6.5. But 54% of the bets are going on Cincinnati. Very tempted. Another one that's crazy is 90% of the money is on Wisconsin -18.5 against Miami of Ohio, but 81% of the bets are on Miami of Ohio. That means the 20% that are betting on Wisconsin put big money on them. Big money. That's wild stuff, but I said I'm doing Saturday games only. So I'm going to go down to, we want to find the night games, the big games. Michigan, New Mexico. No, nobody cares. Where's the big game? How did I get so late? Ole Miss, no. LSU, Georgia. There we go. That's the one I want. LSU, Georgia. LSU, by the way, has lost their last 5 opening games. 71% of the money on LSU, 57% of the bets on LSU. The line is Clemson -3, over-unders 56.5. Do you want to bet? Do you want to guess what I'm going with? I got to find it on my bookie, and I'm running out of time. LSU can't win a season opener, folks. I'm taking Clemson straight up, -183. I'm taking Clemson straight up, -183. Here's my parlay before we got to close out the show. I'm under a minute. I'm taking the over 51, Syracuse, Tennessee. I'm taking Tulane -4.5 against Northwestern. And I'm taking Clemson straight up against LSU. It gets me +467 with the bonus. $10 wins you $46. $2.70. There you go. We'll break it down when we come back on Monday. I'm out. Beck's Banter. Peace. Have a great Thursday.